This is my view from my bed. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yesterday was a lot. I'm kind of kicking back this morning. I'm just gonna relax, have a little coffee, and enjoy the peace and quiet for a little. We ate it all up. Yeah.
That's how old I am. Back in the 1900s.
Oh, it's a museum.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's more to it.
Except for I worked for the Missouri Pacific. Except for the ones I rode on were a little bit smaller than that.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, they're a little bit smaller, about half that size.
Okay.
Yeah. But I used to do that.
Yeah. On a need-to-know basis, my husband used to work
For
for...
the Missouri Pacific Railroad. I was a brakeman conductor back in the 1900s. No, real talk, I really was. And I used to ride on those cabooses like that. I'd have to get off, and they have these inspection places, and you have to get out and you have to walk the whole train, front and the back, all the way. And a lot of people don't realize the train can be 2 miles long, and so you would have to walk one side and all the way back on the other side, and then get back on the caboose. Sometimes we would switch. The person that was in the engine would walk the other one side, and I would walk the other side. Then I would end up staying up in the front where the engine was. So yeah, it's a long time ago. I was a young man. I was just 21 years old, working for the Missouri Pacific. A long time ago.
That was a long time ago if you were 21 years old. Pretty awesome.
Yeah. That's old steam engine right there.
Yeah. I think I can. I think I can.
I used to smash pennies and quarters. So you put it up underneath the wheel.
Yeah. What is this, babe? Do you know what this
I
is?
have no idea what that is.
Oh, okay. And what did they use the bell for? The locomotive bell was rescued from the scrap heap many years ago when the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad was dismantling its fleet of steam engines. Oh, wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
See, that's right there is what's called that's called a knuckle right there. That's what connects the trains. You see that right there?
Uh-huh.
That's called a knuckle. And then those hoses down there, those are air hoses. Those air hoses, because that's what makes the brakes work, because they're air brakes.
Okay.
So I would get paid every day when I went to work. I would have to connect the air hoses, and just to connect the air hose, you take one of the air hoses and the other air hose, you just couple it together like that.
Uh-huh.
And I got paid $20 just to do that.
Oh, wow.
And you know how long it took me? That long.
How long did it take you?
About that long. You go there and you get both of them, and the air sucks them together. And when you do that, I got paid $20 every time I connected the air brakes. It's just part of the union contract that I was in. And then that knuckle. If you're in a railroad yard and they have all the tracks, the reason they call you a brakeman is because what you're was when you're in the yard, I would ride on the side. See that step right there? I would ride on the side of the step right there, and then there was an arm that would come out, and I would ride down low, and I would just unleash it, and then you have a guy that's a switchman, and he switches, and it makes the car go into another lane. So I'd be low riding. I'd be going like 35 miles an hour, and I'd be low riding like that. I can't do it anymore. I just let that thing come out, and it would go into another track. But it was pretty cool. Didn't want to make that a career, obviously.
No, that was too much work for you, huh?
No. I mean, made a lot of money though, because they paid a lot of money. All right.
Hold on.
They're closed today though.
Yeah, I know. I read on some of the things that it said it was like a lot of the streets that these were.
Railroad detectives that would go to people break into the cars to see what's in them, and they steal all the stuff out of them. Seriously.
That's crazy.
And they knew which ones had like TVs in it or whatever. So they have railroad detectives.
Oh, look at that dog. Oh, isn't he pretty? Yep. No comments, please, dear. I know what you're thinking.
This is pretty cool. This would be cool for the patio.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
For the couture and more. While walking through the downtown market in Wilmington, I ran across this booth. BumpandFuzzies. Take care of your skin, love your body, be all natural. That's her motto. This booth consisted of many products. Just to name a few of her products: deodorants, bath bombs, body butters, body scrubs, you name it. So many natural products. If you're in the Wilmington area, you can catch her right here at this booth every Sunday. I encourage you to check out her website, Facebook, and her Instagram. You don't live in Wilmington and you really want to see her products in the natural? With her kind and loving spirit, reach out to her and she'll be happy to share her schedule with you. This is a small, Black-owned female business. A woman who had a dream and made her dream a reality. Allow me to introduce to you Lisa Hansen. Yes, another Lisa in my life. I think God's trying to tell me something. Feel free to screenshot this information. It will also be listed in the description box. Good morning, everyone. It has been a couple of days. Today is actually Tuesday. I was exhausted from the weekend. I managed to edit part one. I had to do it in two parts because it was overwhelming. I'm a working girl. I work a full-time job. YouTube is my part-time gig, so we have to take our wins however we can. So I did do two parts. If you haven't watched part one, feel free to go ahead and click over, watch part one, and then come back and watch part two. Or you can go ahead and watch part two and then go back to watch part one. Basically, it's my weekend in Wilmington. It's the 420 weekend. Today's vlog basically just showed us having our Sunday, and the other one was our Saturday. What's going to happen today that will make you confused on what happened yesterday, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm in my usual place, the bathroom. I'm getting ready for work this morning. I painted my nails over again on Sunday. This is a different shade of yellow. I don't know if you can tell. I painted them for the weekend in a very quick pace. I was just trying to get something on my nails, and I knew it wasn't my best job. So I wanted to do it over again so that it would last all week. And I am living and loving the color yellow these days. And I have never been really a yellow girly. I just put on my Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. So I have that on. I'm letting it marinate while I talk to you all. I hope you all had an amazing well blessed family time Easter weekend. We spent our weekend in Wilmington, which is what you're seeing now. The funny thing is when we planned all of this, we didn't realize it was Easter because Easter came so late this year. At the last minute, I realized it's Easter weekend. But we'd already invested time and money and all the things. So we went on and went for it. It was a different way to spend Easter. Never spent Easter that way before. But it was still nice. It was nice to get away. It was nice to just have some time because James and I hadn't really done anything for a while. Just and I know you all probably say you guys do something all the time, but I mean like a getaway. Really rest very much. It was a go, go, go weekend. On that, I am in the negative as far as resting, but it was fun to get away. And I love Wilmington. I truly, truly love Wilmington. Any of my Wilmington subscribers out there, notate that you are a Wilmington person so that I can just give you a great shout out because I love the city of Wilmington. So, our thoughts on the show or the whole event. Well, of course, I would have much rather been at the Reggae Fest in Austin. It was actually going on the same weekend, which was sad that we weren't able to be there, but that was our thought, was that we'll go and we'll enjoy this one, and we'll make it work. The show would have been so great, or the whole event would have been so great, except for the person that was putting it on didn't allow you to leave once you got there, and we weren't aware of that until we got there. And I think that should have been something that should have been advertised, because for one, had we known that we couldn't leave once we got there, we would have went later, because we were really mainly focused on the night show, not so much the early afternoon show. And we had set our plans around coming to the event for a little while, leaving, going back, having dinner, and coming back to the event, because the food truck things, they're always so expensive. And we had our little plan, and we were going to dabble a little bit in the city and then go back. Well, of course, once we got there, we realized we couldn't leave. Hubby had left his sweatpants and everything at the hotel because we thought we'll come back and get them. It was nice and hot during the day. I was smart and I put on my sweats right away because I said, you know what? I ain't trying to be cold out there. And I'm so glad I did. As you can see in the video, he ended up wearing my sweat jacket and I ended up wrapping up in a blanket that we keep in his car all the time. A lot of people left. A lot of people were very frustrated because when do you have an event that lasts all day and you don't let people leave the event? And to boot, you had wristbands for everybody. So it didn't make very much sense. My thought is that I think when he realized that it wasn't getting the turnout, because it really wasn't that many people there, I think his thought was to keep people there to make them spend money. All the well, I say all the booths. There was literally maybe 6 booths set up. It wasn't, and what, one, two, three food trucks, I think, maybe four. And there was a water. They did have free water by one of those water companies where they, do the healthy water stuff. I can't think of what it's called right now, but that was it. The daytime shows, one of the bands was just horrible. I don't even know where they picked that band out from. I have no idea where they picked that band from. Honestly, we saw people leaving, and I'm thinking, you've paid this money. We know the star is a Tana, right? Like, I felt bad for people, but I think they were just exhausted. They were just done because they were there and they couldn't leave. It was just a mess. Anyway, I could talk a lot about that. It was just not the best environment for people to have to be forced to stay all day. And my stomach just gave a huge growl. I'm actually very hungry this morning. But yeah, so anyway, I am going to close out the vlog. I hope everyone had a happy Easter. Like I said, this was definitely a different way for me to spend Easter this year. Okay, I'm not sweating. I'm not upset with myself. I feel a little off because I didn't spend Easter my traditional way, but at the same time, I'm very thankful that I had the fun that I did. I want to give a little shout out to the deodorant. I used it yesterday. Didn't irritate my skin at all and had no odor or anything at the end of the day. I have been using all natural deodorant, so for a while, And if you're a person and you're switching from regular deodorants to all natural deodorants, it does take your body a little bit of time to adjust. And so bear that in mind. This one seems to be doing great. It didn't irritate my skin at all yesterday. I learned that I have to be very, very careful of what deodorants I call BumpandFuzzies all natural deodorant, and it contains beeswax, cocoa butter, coconut oil, and castor oil. And that's what's inside of this. So, and this scent is the Fresh Island scent. And I will say, if you're a person that you feel like deodorants are going to interfere, like if they have a strong scent, this is a very strong, pleasant scent. It actually wears down after, I want to say, maybe 10 minutes of wearing it. When I first put it on, I thought, whoa, it's very strong. But then I realized that within 10 minutes, I couldn't smell a thing. I do recommend this at this point. I like it so much, but make sure you go over and check out her website. See her at any of the markets or anything like that, give her a shout out. Let her know Sheila sent you. If you made it this far and you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so now. Turn on your notifications. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you are a returning subscriber, you already know the love I feel for you. See you in the next one. Bye bye.